BH just left. I don't know where he went. He didn't say nothing.
I told you it'd be late. I knew it would be late. But right after I sent that message, what, 5, 6 minutes later, she comes strolling out like, "Oh, it's nothing new, lottie da." I'm like, what can you do? So I haven't sent out but 2 emails, and apparently the one I answered didn't go out. So let me resend another one. I actually had an email waiting for me to get the Zoom creds when I walked in the door, and hopefully that goes through. So anyone else, if you need the Zoom creds, shoot me an email, and I will send you the creds. Um, Otherwise, I won't, because I won't remember. Um,
Yes, Ken, you joined in on my live stream earlier, right at the end of me cutting it off.
Figured I did. I could tell by what you were doing, and it was pretty close to the end. Let me think a minute. Darren's not going to be up because it's 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, so he won't be up. Let's see here. I know I'm going to leave somebody out.
Yeah, I was wanting to talk to him today, but me and the dryer had some issues and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I think I figured out. So I think I figured out the secret to Streamlabs on mobile, Ken. If you want to go unlisted, at least on my Android, it doesn't give me the option to go unlisted from within the Streamlabs app. So what I have to do if I want to use the Streamlabs to do an unlisted video like tomorrow is go into YouTube, schedule the live stream for tomorrow, and that will allow me to set it as unlisted, so that when I get ready to start it, I can select the upcoming event that I made in the Streamlabs, and that will put it as unlisted because I had already scheduled it to be unlisted. And then it will make it private after it's.
Yeah, it's all anything from your phone. Once you go directly live using Streamlabs, will be private. Yeah, it should work. I mean, like I said, hopefully I'll be done with the doctor and everything else we got to do by then. But your interview's at 1, so you're probably going to leave what, noon?
Yeah, I gotta be there at 12:30.
Okay,
So it'll probably be noon,
maybe a little bit
11:45, something like that.
Right. Yeah, that's. So I'm wondering. Hey, Greg.
Hey, what's up?
I'm wondering if I need to have both cameras going because the Zoom camera looks okay tonight. I'm looking at it over there on the monitor, and I've also got the iPhone running directly into the YouTube stream, but I don't necessarily need both. So I'm going to kill the iPhone for now. Kill the phone. Thanks for watching. Oh no!
No, what I meant is if I go on my Streamlabs app right now and start a unscheduled live stream, it will automatically go public. So the only way I can make a Streamlabs stream go unlisted from my Android phone is to set it up on the computer first, or set it up in the YouTube app as schedule it in the YouTube app as unlisted, and then if I do that, it'll be unlisted when I go into Streamlabs to actually stream it.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Because I tested it earlier with just maybe a minute of video, and it worked. I set it up as a scheduled live stream, unlisted, and I went live, and it showed it as unlisted, and then when I ended the live stream, it went to private. Now I think if you go public, go public without setting up a scheduled live stream and just doing it right now. I think if you go set it to public on Streamlabs, I think Streamlabs will stay public once it's finished. But if you go unlisted, it will set it scheduled to unlisted. It will change to private once it's done. But since I also have the YouTube Studio app on my phone, it takes like a minute to change it to public.
Yeah.
Whenever I want to change it to public, so that's not a big deal.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, let me shut off the sound there.
Can I answer this
But
email?
is there not a way to see? Is there not a way to see live chat while you're live streaming?
Sure.
Using the YouTube app
Sure.
on mobile.
I saw live chat. I just didn't figure
How
out how to answer.
Is that a setting you have to set, or can you
Yeah.
just see it?
You just see it, but I couldn't figure out how to answer it. That's what really frustrated me. Which honestly, if I'm driving down the road and I'm shooting a live stream,
So that'd be my only reason to use the Streamlabs on mobile. It was because I thought you would not be able to see live chat. I thought you wouldn't be able to see the live chat from the YouTube mobile app while you're live streaming. But you can see it. It'll just pop up.
I'll do one here in a minute and test it just to make sure. But yeah, I know you can because I've made comments before that I see people that are commenting on the stream, and I pulled over.
In that case, I don't even need to use the Streamlabs then, because that's the only reason why I reinstalled it on my phone earlier. It's because I thought you wasn't going to be. It's because I thought you wasn't going to be able to see the live chat from the YouTube.
I'll verify it. Let me verify it. So I'm going to need a volunteer, Jeff. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Am I audible?
Are you audible?
Yeah.
Isn't that a hard of hearing commercial that's on TV right now?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay.
No, I need someone to go over to. Okay. I was like, I didn't put Taco Tuesday on there, and then I realized
That was me. That's me. That's me.
Yeah. So I'm
Well,
going to
it's
go
Taco
live,
Tuesday in Las Vegas.
and I'm going to add a title of.
You want me to go to YouTube on the computer or YouTube on the phone?
Well, I'm already on the computer, so I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I'm going to use my phone. Oops. Oh, wow. I hate it when that comes on. So now this title says, can I see? Oops. Well, I hate it when this comes on. Now there's Taylor says, whatever. I don't even know how I turn that dumb thing on.
Go up to the top left corner, click that little green icon.
Oh, no, wait. I'm supposed to do that, huh? You guys are never going to let me live that down.
Hey, it gets worse when you get older.
Yeah, I had a brain fart today. Got up about 12:15, sat down with my cup of coffee, turned on the TV to watch the news, and I couldn't turn my internal TV speakers off. So I went to the Dish Network settings and went through all the BS. It wouldn't do it.
Let me guess. You have to do it. You have to do it through the TV menu, not the Dish Network menu.
Now, the only thing I could do on the TV remote was hit the menu button, and I couldn't scroll up or down to turn the speakers off. So about 35 minutes
ago, I can get a favor and have you jump over to YouTube and send me a message on the one I'm doing from the phone, which is going to be in portrait because I forgot to rotate it.
You started a new one?
Yeah, I've got it. I've got two going right now. I've got
I don't
this
see
one
it yet.
It'll be there. Oh wait, yeah, it should be there. Let me see if I can see it.
Not yet.
YouTube.
Not in notifications anyway.
Pretty sure I hit go live. I might.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is. So I'm not going to open it because I want to do everything from things. So Alex Cheek just said hi. Now, Alex, at the bottom, there's a camera and there's a thing that looks like messages. You tap on messages and it says top chat, some messages, live chat. All messages are visible. So you hit live chat.
At the bottom of your phone where you see that you're go.
At the bottom of here, let me see if I can get this dim enough. At the bottom of the phone, see that little thing right there? Right there?
Yes.
That's what you tap on. So you tap on that, and that brings up a menu. And then you try to remember everything's backwards on the camera, and you tap on live chat, which is the bottom one. And as soon as you tap on that, all the chat comes up. Now, what I haven't figured out, which again is a good thing, because if I'm driving down the road streaming, I sure don't need to be answering live chat.
And even with me, when we're driving down the road, even though I'm not the one driving, I have the hardest time typing on my phone when we're driving down the road, even though I'm not the one. So if I need to, I'll use the voice dictation if we're driving down the road, because even for me, being the passenger, it is very difficult for me to type going on those winding, bumpy roads.
Yeah. No, I'm sitting in my chair and I can't figure out how to do it. I'm tapping on everything known to mankind right now. Tony Wallow says hi. Hi, sorry that this is in portrait. I forgot to, rotate it. So that gives me something to do. What does this one do? I can change my picture that I took earlier. That's crazy.
But you can, as long as I don't care about replying to the messages, as long as I can see you say hi or that you're watching or something. That's all I care about.
Like to be able, if I'm stopped, or if I'm like on vacation or whatever. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream on the phone, and maybe not. And there we go. Now that'll be private until I jump over there, and we know the drill there. So cool. So I'm going to turn that off. I found something out today that was interesting. Somebody told me that a fellow YouTuber caused the divorce of their mom and dad. And I'm like, what? I know. Greg, are you muted? Or Jeff, are you muted?
No.
I know exactly who you're talking about. Me. And I don't know how that's possible. How in the heck could I call somebody?
No, this might be 2 times I know about it. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about I was doing a live stream and somebody said that in my chat. And
yeah, I don't know. I think I remember seeing that. I thought that was a joke, but I have had a very in-depth conversation privately, not over Zoom and not over YouTube. Hey, Matthew. And I guess it's possible. If you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing and mom and dad are going to fight about it, I guess that could cause issues. My personal take on it was, well, I suspect your mom and dad had issues long before that. That's not the entire cause of it. I would not think, but I'm no
can
very
you jump over to my YouTube stream and look at the chat messages? Because I can't.
Hold on.
I can't make sense of.
Hold on. Okay, I'm there. What am I looking for? Oh, come on, guys. That was a good joke.
Looking for the pot of gold.
This old man jumped, and you guys didn't even catch that. So I'm looking for Alex's stream. Hang on. Alex Cheek, Taco Tuesday. Can you hear me now? That old cell ad from William Dawson?
I don't know. What was he referring to? I don't know.
Do you know William Dawson?
Yes, it's a guy from Doug's channel. He's on the He's on the Google Earth map that Doug puts up before the live stream. So yes.
So maybe he's making a joke about the television or the cell phone that went walking around the world and said, "Can you hear me now?" I believe it was Verizon.
Oh yeah. I remember that ad.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. Yeah, he's had a channel since September 1st, 2017. He's got 4 subscribers. He's got a cat, and there is absolutely no content on his channel. So I would just ask him, what are you talking about? Here you go, Alex. I mean, he can hear this, so he's going to know, but ask him, say, what you talking about, Willis?
Yeah.
I've had an interesting day. I tried to talk Lauren into getting rid of this bed. That didn't go nowhere, so I compromised, more or less, and got her blessing to rearrange the room as long as the bed's still in it. Okay, I can work with that. Bed might not be laying flat like it's supposed
I
to
was
be.
going to say, can you stand the mattress against the wall?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I leaned it up behind me, and my green sheet idea for a green string may work out good. But I pulled the bed out, and I pulled the mattress off, and I will show you.
I have 2 words for you. Murphy
Don't.
bed. Murphy bed.
Murphy bed?
Yeah. It's a thought.
Is that like a day bed?
No, it's one of those that folds up into the wall, and then you fold it down when somebody wants to sleep on it.
Well,
Require a little carpentry, probably, but
give me just a second. I'll show you what I ran into, and it was just it was crazy. I've actually put a day bed. We did that in Vegas. We didn't have a bed, and a friend of mine came out to visit from Indiana, and I told him, I said, you can sleep on the couch, or I've got a day bed I can put up in the computer. And he goes, oh, that's fine. It was a response to cell phone. Yeah, I thought maybe it might be. That's what it was. No, Rick, I will send you. I told you I'd forget somebody. I always do. Here, Rick, your invitation's on the way. My bad. Really got to get this worked out so I can go back to do one time and it's done. All right, Rick, the email's on the way. Okay, so
Maybe you should ask Doug again how he's got all of his settings set, because he hasn't got bombed recently that I know of. I know he got it done once or twice because he showed it on a video he edited, but
yeah, I'm going to.
William has been on carries for a very long time.
So I woke up to this mess right here, and this is where the bed used to sit. The bed actually touched this wall and this wall. And then the next picture on this was this one right here, about the same picture. I don't know if it shows. I was trying to get the wall above it. This brown spot over here, that's hair dye, but this scared me to death. So my next door neighbor, who now works for a company that deals in mold and restoration and all of that stuff, I called him over, and as soon as he saw it, he goes, nope, that's mildew, nothing to worry about. So now it's all clean. After I got back from dinner with Lauren, I broke out the old elbow grease and hot water, and it's
have
gone.
to use any bleach or anything at all?
No, I used Kaboom.
Okay.
And that, I mean, I sprayed it on her and that stuff started running down the wall. So that worked out.
Yeah, that's
good.
cool.
Yeah. It scared me to death though. Cause I'm like, oh great, black mold and this is not going to be pretty and everything else. So
long as you don't use the kaboom that blows a hole in the wall, you're in good shape.
yeah. Now I went outside and because I was talking to Robert about it and we were thinking maybe there was a pipe, but I didn't think there was. And I went outside. Both of those walls are outside walls. So I didn't see any evidence out there.
It may just be it's a colder wall, and the proximity of the bed up there makes for condensation.
He explained it to me. He said everything in the house you've got set out from the wall X amount of inches. Okay. The fish tank behind me puts out moisture. That bed was sitting flush against the wall. Air could not move across the surface.
Makes sense.
So, and it made sense, yeah. So right now I would show you the bed sitting 5 different ways to Sunday, and hopefully I'll be able to get it up and rearrange, because that space is going to be perfect for what I want to do.
Avon calling.
Yeah. So tell me when I'm supposed to hit that green button. I forgot. I need to know when that's supposed to happen.
3, 2, 1, now.
Okay.
So I guess
Well,
the
I
same
can-
thing could happen on somebody else's channel, like Doug's channel, if somebody were silly enough to hit the button.
You talking
And it
about
went out
the
over the
green?
stream.
You talking about the green security icon in the upper left-hand corner?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the green button. All of y'all can click it, and all of y'all see the same information. When you click that button, it shows meeting ID, the host, the passcode, the link, the participant ID, and whether it's
There's
encrypted or
Zoom
not.
should have an
You know-
option for the host to hide that stuff.
I
You know, is
agree.
there a way that you can? Is there a way that using OBS that you can add something into OBS into whatever scene you're using for your live streams that will that you could set OBS up to automatically have something over that if you accidentally click on the. Just a thought.
Now you can blur some things, but I think Doug does that. But he's taken a
He
picture
does it
of the
in
screen that
post
he's-
production.
Are you guys talking about the green badge?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's nothing there that's a big deal. Actually, everything there except participant ID, which is a number you should know. Me, I'm in the right meeting. You're the host
If
again.
your
Okay, I thought
participant
it was,
ID changed, now this is what I've learned. I'm going to hit F12, which is going to be weird because it might bring something else up. Nope, it brought up the globe, so that's cool. Now I'm going to go to the green badge, and that participant ID is not the same as my participant ID of last night. Totally different.
that's supposed to be our participant ID.
No, I bet tell me what your participant ID, just the first 3, and I'll tell you if it's the same.
352.
Nope. The
What was
3
it
is
yesterday?
correct. The 5 and the 2 are not correct.
What was it yesterday?
I don't know. I know this isn't the number from yesterday.
They're
No, it's a-
generated off of each meeting.
Yeah.
Right. Every time I do this now, it's going to give us a new passcode, a new participant ID, and a new meeting ID every time.
Yeah,
On
right.
one side.
It's
Uh,
the participant ID is not unique to me, but it's unique to the show or to the meeting.
No, it's
Mine
unique to you.
Mine started with 5-7 tonight.
Right. Mine's 3-4.
Yeah, it's a unique
Oh.
number, unique to you and me, and we're all different. I'm not trying to be funny.
Now the meeting ID is going to be something 8 something something something.
38.
And that's everybody's got that. And
that is the idea of the meeting.
and then
But if you got the meeting ID and the passcode, then there's a way in, right?
sure.
We already have it to get there.
Right now,
No, but if it gets broadcast by accident, you can get a bummer.
like we did last night. The guy that was doing this stupid stuff last night won't be able to do it tonight.
How would we broadcast? How would we broadcast the screen?
Same way I did last night when I was showing what's on YouTube right now, and I clicked on the badge and it broadcasted it out. Or one of you guys would hit it, but I don't think you guys hit it and it would come across Zoom.
Only
You'll
if
see
we
it.
were screen sharing or something, maybe.
Right.
I don't think we could screen share that.
Now,
I
if
can
I
block
hit it right
3D.
now, it would be broadcast on YouTube since I'm restreaming on YouTube.
So the
Right.
culprit
In
is
your case,
revealed.
you're right. It would be because you are restreaming. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure tonight's going to be the good test because I'm not going to hit the green button or the badge unless I blocked it. And I don't think we're going to have anybody trying to get in here under 17 different names. So we'll see. And thus
Might
far,
have somebody making comments in chat, but that on YouTube chat, but that's as far as
Right, and and that's what I was just getting ready to say. So far, I haven't seen Bob whatchamacallit, unless he's sitting there trying to, get his thoughts together on what he's going to say. So, hey, Rick,
Hello.
good to see you again. I got your email today. Hopefully it went smoother tonight.
Yeah.
Have I forgotten anybody? You got Alex, Black Watch is here, Robert's here, Jeff's here, Rick's here. I sent one out to Catherine. Who am I forgetting?
BH.
BH Ringer was with us earlier, but he left. I think that's everybody. So tomorrow's going to be a early stream. The temporary plans are Lorna's going to call in sick to get a vacation day. I go to the doctor in the morning, and then it's supposed to be 44 degrees. We're going to take down the Christmas stuff. My goal is to be live around 8 o'clock, my time.
Year Central.
Central. Yeah, 6 o'clock your time.
Okay.
That's the goal. And then Thursday will be the same way. Although Thursday I've got a little bit of an issue because Indiana plays Iowa at 8 o'clock. So I got to figure out how I'm going to do that.
Early for baseball.
Do I, Gary?
Too early for baseball. So what do they play?
It's basketball.
Oh, okay.
Does Indiana have a basketball team?
Well, last year they had 5 guys that were on the floor. I don't know that they were a basketball team, but this year they're
I can remember when they were really
the powerhouse. Yeah.
Of course, there was a time when Las Vegas or UNLV had a few years where they were good way back in the day.
Yeah, you had
the
the
coaches.
Tart the Shark was your coach.
Tarkanian.
Tarkanian, yeah. Tarkanian. Yeah.
So, what would be a good computer topic for me to talk about on YouTube and do a live stream about? Because right now I can't think of anything, and that's the reason why I've just been doing gaming stuff. Because I can just turn the game on and pretty much play anything, and people will tune in.
You do any programming, Alex?
Not really. I took a programming class in college, a little bit of SQL, like SQL, MySQL, and Java, but that's about it.
Yeah. I'm getting ready to put some compilers on my new build. Intel.
I'm not a programmer. I'm a IT guy. I do pretty much anything else with the computer, web design, anything,
I haven't done
IT,
any
just not programming.
I haven't done any serious programming in about 25 years, but
What's Alex talking about? Damien?
gaming.
Damien or gaming?
I was asking for ideas for computer topics to be able to live stream or record to put on YouTube, because I can't think of any right now, and I've just been doing gaming with my Wii.
I'll give you 2 of them, Alex. Hyper-V that you set up, that was pretty cool. You can get 20 minutes out of that. Just setting up and maybe Linux on top of it.
So you want me to set up Windows 11 and a Hyper-V, and then
I said Linux.
Then install Linux on the, or just install Linux on the...
No, on top of Hyper-V. That was a thought.
Oh,
So you can install like Ubuntu on top of Hyper-V like you can on VMware.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, Hyper-V, is that Microsoft's product?
Yeah, virtual machine.
Never done any of that. I've thought about playing with it.
Is anybody
Set up. Alex set up Windows 11 with Hyper-V, and I just thought it'd be cool. And I know it can be done with Ubuntu.
Ubuntu's pretty easy to set up. Actually, I've done that.
For the most part, I like to use a VMware, like VMware Player, but I've messed around with Hyper-V a time or two. We had to install, I think it was Windows 8.1 and Hyper-V for my PC and mobile device class in college.
What's that one that Oracle has?
VirtualBox.
VirtualBox. Okay. Yeah.
Do you want to cater
But
to
when we
normal?
was installing Windows 8.1 on those school computers in Hyper-V, it was very slow because they're all running on regular hard drives.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're free now. It's free with Windows 10 and Windows 11.
Do what?
I said it is free, inexpensive.
Oh, Hyper-V?
Yes.
I'll get this in one of these days.
Well, as far as I know, you have to have Windows 10 Pro to run Hyper-V, and as long as you have Windows 10 Pro, it's built in. You can just click on the button and add add features or whatever, and it's there.
Yeah.
Well, you got to go into BIOS. You got to make sure the virtual is on for the machine. Then you got to go into features and turn it on, and then you got to set it up. I would go through and tell people that. I mean, you asked for a thought.
Yes, I know that, but you also have to have. I know that even if you want to install VirtualBox, in order for VirtualBox to give you the option to install a 64-bit operating system, you have to have the virtualization support on. So, yes, I always turn on the virtualization if it's not already turned on.
Most professionals now want to use Hyper-V because of Microsoft.
Who do you want to attract? Normal people or not?
Yeah,
Well, he attracted us, and we're not normal.
Yeah, you're right. It would probably be good. It'd probably be good to do some Hyper-V videos.
And then I
would watch that if you did it, Alex. That would be interesting to me.
And
They
then
make me weird, but that's okay.
I don't know if Microsoft changed something, but you could not, if you had Hyper-V enabled, and you had like a VMware virtual machine or something, your VMware or VirtualBox virtual machine would not run with the Hyper-V enabled. But right now I've got Hyper-V enabled on my machine, and I've got VMware and VirtualBox and a few virtual machines inside of VMware, and my VMware virtual machines still run.
I mean, Gary's old enough to remember virtual VM mainframes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we ran.
Yep. VM, not VMware.
No, VM.
Oh, the VM, yeah. On IBM mainframes, yeah.
370s.
Mm-hmm.
390s.
Now, Alex, weren't you telling me one night when we were on here that you can put whatever you want into VMware Player itself now?
Yes, you've always been able to do that as long as I've been using it. You
couldn't do it years ago. You had to have the paid version to make the player that you could run Linux or Windows, whatever.
As far as you can create, if you download Player, the first option on the right-hand side is create a virtual machine.
Okay. Now, I haven't looked at it in a long time, but in the old days, you couldn't create anything with Player. You could only play stuff that somebody created with a paid version of VMware way back in the day.
You could also load all those operating systems and use something like EasyBCD in Windows to construct which way it boots.
Say create virtual machine, and you can click on that and go through here and
That didn't used to be there 20 years ago. Or
This
however
is-
long it was.
This is version 16.
I don't even think it was there in version 8, but whatever. Use whatever you want. I decided it'd be cool. You asked for it.
Yes, you are right. It would be cool, and you know I might try it since I was able to install Windows 11 in Hyper-V, which you are that's a point for Hyper-V that you can't do in VirtualBox or VMware without doing registry modifications to the Windows setup.
You can't just install Windows 11 in those.
No, you cannot. You have to when you load up your ISO image into VMware or VirtualBox and run the Windows setup. It'll tell you that the computer doesn't meet the requirements, and so then you have to basically open command prompt up from within the Windows setup and go to the registry and make a few registry edits, and then it'll let you. But with Hyper-V, you don't have to. You don't have to make those registry edits.
It passes through all the pertinent information, apparently.
As long as you can figure, because Hyper-V is a Microsoft product, as long as you can figure it properly and make sure all the little checkboxes that are checked for the secure boot and the TPM and all that, it will work straight out without any modification.
Gary, can you not dual boot 10 and 11?
Mm-hmm.
Can't you dual boot 10 and 11 if the machine supports 11?
I have not tried, but I have been told no by Microsoft. Windows 11 will see that as a problem with somebody trying to corrupt it.
So see 10 as a virus, basically, an invader.
But you know what's strange? Even though you can't install Windows 11 on VirtualBox or VMware without doing a registry hack, there's actually an entry in VirtualBox for Windows 11.
Well, they may be working towards enabling it somehow.
If I click on, this is VirtualBox. If I click on New and Microsoft Windows and Windows, if I go down,
Yeah, there's no 32-bit Windows 11.
there's an option for Windows 11 there, but even if you select that, I tried to install it before, and even if you select that, Windows setup will still give you an error until you do that same registry hack that you would have to do on VMware.
You wouldn't have much of an audience, but for some of us old farts, you could install Windows 98.
I've actually done that before. I don't remember if it was Windows 98
I don't
or
have
Windows
an image of it
95, but a
anymore.
while back I actually did install that.
There are images out there, I'm told, if you know where to go. Not that I really want to run 98 that much. It's just a curiosity thing.
I did actually do that once, but I didn't put it up on YouTube or anything. I just did it.
One of the first things that came to my mind when you asked your question is just go on YouTube or Google and search what's popular right now. And if you know anything about it, do your streams on that. When I put in the Google search of what are the top tech videos on YouTube, this is what it came up with, which is not what I wanted, but apparently there's an awful lot on there.
Well, The Verge has tech stuff on it sometimes.
He's number 7 on the list.
Who's number
Well,
3?
Linus Tech Tips. Well, if you
Linus
can say
Tech is number
Linus.
3.
I never heard of him.
No, I don't know who that dude is. I have no idea. Apparently, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, here we go. Linus Tech Tips 13. I think they're going off subscribers. Linus Tech is 13.3. Austin Evans, Android Authority, The Verge, CNET, Your Average Consumer, Google Tech Top. So that was just a thought. I mean,
Look at one of their
trying to
videos.
give you ideas of what you can do to get away from your gaming if that's what you want to do. But honestly, your game is drawing people. There are a lot of people that play that.
Are you
Yeah.
are you interested in? I've seen you on there, but how you like it?
The gaming,
Yes.
it's not my cup of tea, but I'll watch it for a little bit. I enjoy watching what you do to see how many people you're drawing.
Well, it's just something I can put up there.
Do you ever play any first-person shooter games?
I got one.
Do I need to stop the stream? Oh, you're talking games. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, like Doom way back in the day, and
Wolfenstein. Wolf 3K.
Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to
we
go grab
got
a
that-
coffee, so I'll stop the video.
We got that going on the network.
Gary, what would Windows 11 see of 10 in a dual boot to complain about?
Well, just like servers, what Windows 11 is looking for is somebody trying to change the boot sector.
Okay.
It would go each time we boot up and say, I'm over here. What the heck is that trying to do to the boot sector?
So if you loaded in a program like EasyBCD, it would not like it.
Exactly.
All right.
So are you saying that you can't dual boot anything else with Windows 11 so far? Or-
Nothing I've heard of. I'm sure, like Alex said, there's probably something hidden in the registry someplace. But then that defeats the purpose.
No, you have to add. You have to physically go into the registry, add like 3 keys and type it in manually, and then change the value in order to make it work.
Dual boot. What have you dual booted? Damn it! What have you dual booted with?
I didn't try to dual boot. That's how I did it when I set up a virtual machine. When I set up.
No, I meant the dual boot. We're talking about.
So
Booting.
nobody has yet.
I
dual
haven't
booted
tried.
Linux with
I
Windows
haven't
11?
tried to dual boot, and I'm not going to.
I know what you need.
Greg has got volume issues. That his Vizio will not let him turn off the internal speakers. Do you have a sound bar?
Yeah,
We'll
I
come
got
back to that. Let's let these guys talk their tech. Give me a minute
Alex.
to think about it.
Another one that did even be interest to me and probably Jeff also. What did you use to design your website in?
WordPress.
That was the one. Why don't you design something similar?
I'm ready to go to bed.
Why don't you
He'll
design
be
something
back in a
similar?
minute. Here it comes.
Now.
Design something similar and show it off.
Here we go again.
Yeah, that
Trying to
was,
switch over to the other camera so I can show you guys the current status of what I
You was
showed
going to
earlier.
try to design something similar, Gary.
What?
I
well,
said,
to show on your channel, show how to design a simple website using the tools that you use.
On
but
yours.
the thing about the software I used, the software I used on our real server. I can install WordPress on a virtual machine, but I cannot install it using the same software that I used on our real website because the software I installed on our real website expects you to have a live legitimate domain name, or you cannot access the WordPress to do anything.
They have Apache has a setup for it. You can use your Windows 10 machine. You might want to check that out.
I actually did. If you're just talking about just the WordPress and not the setup, just the WordPress alone, and not the setup of anything else that I had to set up for our real website to run the back end stuff like that. There's a video I did on my channel how to install WordPress on Windows, and it just installs like any other program, and you open up your browser and go to localhost, and then it will load WordPress, and I could use that for tutorials and stuff if I just wanted to show how to do stuff on WordPress, as long as I didn't want to.
Well, could you show how to design a web page using WordPress? I mean,
Yes. I could.
Simply how to set it up. I mean,
Yes, I could do. I could do that.
That's the final results right there. A little bit of elbow grease, and there's the said new green screen. It's kind of black right now, but I'll put a green sheet on it. That'll work. Then I got to figure out where to hide the mattress. But I gained 42 square feet by doing this. But you can tell from the pictures, it looks pretty good.
yeah, cleaned up well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
I
Yeah,
wanted
dude.
to show you. I wanted to show you. I have
Alright, sure.
this. I have this first person shooter that I did one stream on. It's not. You don't shoot other people, but it's a hunting game. Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2013.
Oh, Cabela's, the sporting goods store.
Rob in the
Yeah.
house.
What do you call it? Bass Pro Shops bought out Cabela's, so Bass Pro Shops owns Cabela's. That's what the back of the
Are
game.
they going to rename them or just let it run as its own subsidiary?
Seen
I wonder.
Gary?
Yes,
Just
sir.
silly question. Surely Windows 11 allows to edit its own BCD, right? Still supports the command.
Yes.
Yeah.
Want
I'll
to
tell
join
you.
us on Zoom? There's my email. Shoot me an email, and I will send you the link to let you join us on Zoom.
Hey.
I thought David N said, yeah, Greg or Alex.
I've got to. My mom's ready to go to bed, so I gotta get in bed. So I'll be back on my tablet in a little.
We'll be here. We ain't going nowhere.
So
I mean,
Black
I'm not going to
Ops,
be
what
all
were you-
night tonight because I got to get ready for the thing in the morning. But I thought a while ago I seen David N said hi in one of the
So
chat.
my YouTube stream for my YouTube crowd is ending right now.
Okay.
So Black